Everyone, it is the old pub quiz again. Sorry I'm a bit late. I've just been scarfing down some food very quickly, so you'll have to excuse me. Usual way of starting. Trish is behind me, already started. So if you just put in your team names. Oh, we've got a few already in. So we've got Nothing Trivial is in. Nuts and Bolts are in. Ultra Deluxe is in. Team My Jack are in. Thank you very much for my belated birthday. Smarty Pints is in. I'm not surprised I have a little sauce on my face. I've literally been scarfing food like you wouldn't believe. I finished in the bakery about 5 minutes ago. I've still got my bowl of food in front of me actually. We got in Lonsbury Losers. Lonsbury Losers. So Sherry has actually got, have you got, is it Jeff Sherry that you've got? Is he actually awake at this time?
No, that was Mike.
No, Mike, that's Mike Carroll. Mike, have you finished with the plumbers now? Short and Witty are in. Scott's Tots are in. Short and Witty are in, having finished with the plumbers. Must have been a really bad plumbing job if you took all week to do it. Oh, apparently it's on my forehead. I really was scarfing my food.
I didn't see it.
Honey Nut Bit. Patty's here.
Hi.
How was the
No, I didn't have to pay. Jill saved me.
So Mike, is there a story to? By the way, this is actually a pint of rum and coke.
I never heard of mine. It's so secret. You need to go to my house. I never agreed to that ever. No.
Just so we know, Patty, we are live.
Oh, sorry.
So everybody can hear your.
Hello.
Patty runs in quickly. She's on somebody's radar if everybody wanted to know, but I'm not saying who it is. Laurel says hi, PJ.
Alright, the suspects are in.
Yep, usual suspects are in. Who else have we got? Anybody else? If you shout inside, say Patty's dad says hello.
Hi, Bob.
Got inside. So what should we do? Give it another minute. See if there's anybody else joining us. So shall I just quickly run down again? So I've got Nothing Trivial, Nuts and Bolts, Ultra Deluxe, Team My Jack, Lonsbury Losers with Jeff, Smarty Pints, Scott's Tots, Honey Nut Cheerios, Short and Witty, Usual Suspects, Dazed and Confused. Oh, Dazed and Confused, of course they're here. Anybody else? I think start then. I'll put my glasses on so I can actually read the text. Oh look, let's see what it says now. Okay, so I thought I'd just get the difficult round out the way first. This is one where you've got to think. It's still early, so we're going to do a math round to start. If you're English, you'll be doing a maths round. I don't know why. But anyway, one on math. Actually, this is really bad. I just realised how bad this question is. You could quite happily go over it. So question 1, which gives a fuller, tighter fit? A square peg in a round hole or a round peg in a square hole? So which gives a fuller, tighter fit? A square peg in a round or a round peg in a square hole? It's a good question, really. I'll drink that rum and coke very slowly. It's going down too easily. So I'm going to give you time at the end of this to confer your answers, because this round will probably take a little bit longer. So question 2, what number has been described by MIT as the least number because it's the most common choice when asking for a number between 1 and 20? So what number has been described as by MIT as the least random number because it is the most common choice when asking for a number between 1 and 20? It's going to be an absolute guess, that question. Unless you went to MIT.
Yes.
Question number 3. If a laptop costs $800 before tax and the tax is 20%, how much will you pay for the laptop with tax? So if a laptop costs $800 before tax and the tax is 20%, how much will you pay with tax for the laptop? That's an easy one. They do get harder. I'm easing you in.
No calculators.
Oh no, they can use calculators if they want. Don't think we've ever said you can't use a calculator. Why wouldn't you? Oh come on, if you're allowed to have open book exams, you can use a calculator. Question 4. On a survey map. Oh, can I repeat question 3 again? I will repeat question 3 again, yes. If a laptop costs $800 before tax and the tax is 20%, how much will you pay with tax for the laptop? Loon Aftermath have just joined us. So Courtney, did you get any of the questions on the first round so far? We're only up to round number 3, question 3. I can always repeat them if you need to. So I'm just going to go on to question 4. On a survey map with a scale of 1 to 20,000, inches represent 1 mile. That's your first more difficult question. So on a survey map of 1 to 20,000, how many inches will represent 1 mile? Yeah, you can write on that if you think you can. Yeah. Thanks, Courtney. You're up to date then. So as I said, I will give you plenty of time to sort of figure all of these out after the round is on, or round is over. I can't even talk. Question 5. What force in newtons is needed for a mass of 10 kilograms to accelerate at a velocity of 5 meters per second squared? So I will repeat that question slowly. Force in newtons. I'll wait for Jill to finish clanking her plate, as it's a difficult question. So I'll repeat question 5 again. What force in newtons is needed for a mass of 10 kilograms to accelerate at a velocity of 5 meters per second squared? Quest for Burrito has joined us, and apparently they've had all the questions themselves, so that's good. Number 6. The value of what is 9.8 meters per second squared? So the value of what is 9.8 meters per second squared? Question. Oh, once more for number 5. So I repeat number 5. So what force in newtons is needed for a mass of 10 kilograms to accelerate at a velocity of 5 meters per second squared? So that's a repeat of 5. Question number 7. What name is given to a sequence where each following number is the sum of the previous 2? So what name is given to a sequence where each following number is the sum of the previous 2? Should be fairly simple, that one. Question number 8. Which solid object is given by the formula 4/3 pi times the radius cubed? So the volume of which solid object is given by the formula 4/3 pi times the radius cubed? And question number 9. What name is given to the value that occurs most often in a series of numbers? So what name is given to the value that occurs most often in a list of numbers? And finally, question 10. What is the value of 4 to the power of 0? So what is the value of 4 to the power of 0? What should we say, 2 or 3 minutes on that one? Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so repeat 4 for you. So repeating number 4. On a survey map with a scale of 1 to 20,000, how many inches represent 1 mile? Patty, your dad says don't rush on getting home for the first round.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's math apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, that's
He didn't say anything at all, I just made that up. So what do you think, Penny? PJ, should we go for the answers? Yeah. You got them all anyway, didn't you? Yeah. PJ's finished. So round 1 math. So which gives a fuller, tighter fit? A square peg in a round hole or a round peg in a square hole? So it's a round peg in a square hole. Fits it better. Yeah, filter. There's less area left. I think that's the yes. Oh, number 2. I'll repeat number 2. I'm going to give the answer any second now. So I'll repeat the question first, and I'll give you about 30 seconds, and then. So question 2, repeating. What number has been described by MIT as the random number? Because it is the most common choice when asking for a number between 1 and 20. So just pick a number, Auntie. So the answer is 17. There you go, I didn't even give you 30 seconds. So answer to 2 is 17. So if a laptop costs $800 before tax and the tax is 20%, you'd be paying $960 for the laptop with tax. So it's $960. So if a survey map with a scale of 1 to 20,000, 3 inches will represent 1 mile. So the force in newtons for a 10 kilogram mass to accelerate at a velocity of 5 meters per second squared, 50 newtons is the answer. Gravity is 9.8 meters per second, and it's a Fibonacci sequence where each following number is the sum of the previous 2, and the volume of a sphere is 2/3 pi times the radius cubed, and mode is the value that occurs most often in a list of numbers, and 4 to the power of 0 is so 5. It's 50 newtons is the answer, Mike. Not your best round then, Mark? Is that what you're trying to say? So we wait for their scores. Ultra Deluxe got 10. Oh, what was 10? What was 10? So the value. So the answer was 1 for 10. So let me. So Ultra Deluxe got 8 for Nothing Trivial, 9 for Quest for Burrito, Lunar Aftermath 5. Anna wants the answers to 9 and 10 again. The answers to 9, Anna, was Mode, M-O-D-E, and the answer to 10 is 1. Nuts got We have a new team, Know It Ales. They got 9. Smarty Pint's got 5. Short and Witty got 5. Honey Nut's got 7. Usual Suspects got 8. Scott's Tots got. Dazed and Confused got 8. So who's missing?
Longberry Losers and My Jack.
My Jack we're still waiting for, and Lonsbury. Lonsbury Losers got 7. Well done, Jeff.
What was the new team?
New team was.
Know It Ales.
Oh, Team My Jack got 4.
And then the new team was what?
No, it's Ales. Yes. And did I give you their score?
Yes. I just didn't get the team name.
Yep. Hey. Moving on to round number 2 is a general knowledge round. I think Mark's trying to be funny. Fig Newtons can't push objects.
Tell Rusty to stop it.
Okay, round number 2 is a general knowledge round. Question 1. What type of car does Doc Brown use in Back to the Future? So what type of car does Doc Brown use in Back to the Future? And no, you can't say a silver one.
Well, you can't.
You're not going to get invited out to Vancouver at this rate, Kane. Insulting Mark like that. Question number 2. Complete this Spice Girls lyric and name the song. If you want to be ... you've got to get with my friends. So complete this Spice Girls lyric and name the song. If you want to be ... you've got to get with my friends. Everybody start singing it now. Thank God we can't hear them. Jill, I don't suppose you're on the network, are you? No? Thank you. Question number 3. What are the 2 ingredients of a dark and stormy cocktail? So what are the 2 ingredients of a dark and stormy cocktail? Question number 4. How many do you get in a baker's dozen? So how many donuts do you get in a baker's dozen? PA's looking at me in disgust. Doesn't everybody know that? She's saying they probably do. It's a free point. Question number 5. What is the capital of Barbados? The capital of Barbados. Question number 6. Which Stephen King novel prime place in the fictional Overlook Hotel? So which Stephen King novel primarily takes place in the fictional Overlook? Question number 7. Who authored the Hunger Games book series? So who authored the Hunger Game book series? So what am I not supposed to say? Don't say that Patty's still here. Can you repeat 6? I can repeat 6, Mike, yes. Which Stephen King novel primarily takes place in the fictional hotel? Well, we did buy you a wine, so that's the only reason you're here. We just bought you a wine.
Oh, I bought myself.
Yeah.
Oh, are you being?
Yes.
We're not being racist. It's not playing.
Question number 8. What does GIF stand for? So what does GIF stand for? GIF. So the name of their hotel, Mike, is Overlook Hotel. Question number that's it. The Overlook Hotel. Thank you, Bill. Question number 9. Which US state was the Netflix series Tiger King based? I.e. Joe Exotic. So which US state was the Netflix series Tiger King based? AKA Joe Exotic. And finally, question 10. How many Infinity Stones are there? So how many Infinity Stones are there? Bill says, Patty, run home.
Okay.
Your dad says, yeah.
I'm just gonna lock the door. For the bathroom, but that's over. Is it entertainment?
No, it's general knowledge.
Oh. Okay. I'll screw you on home. I'm such a contributor.
So we'll give you 30 seconds on that one. Okay, answers to general knowledge. Doc Brown uses a DeLorean.
You're in.
Oh, Patty, text your dad with the answer to number 10.
Question.
The question is, in which US state is Tiger King based? The Netflix. Oh, sorry, and that's number 9. Sorry.
Number 10. I see what, number 9?
No, it's what he wants the Tiger King one. Text him with the answer. So yes, answers to question 1. Doc Brown uses a DeLorean in Back to the Future, and completing the Spice Girls. No, Kane, that's perfectly legitimate. Patty is over here, and she's not over here, so she can't see the questions. So she's quite capable of texting because it's not actually pub quiz. He says text Heather.
Yeah, 'cause She doesn't have her dad's number.
No, I do. It's way down in my text.
Still got a few questions to go, so you're good. So completing this Spice Girls lyric, if you want to be my lover, you've got to get with my friend. So the words you're missing are my lover and was wannabe. And the two ingredients that make up a dark and stormy cocktail, that's dark ginger beer. You get 13 donuts in a baker's dozen. You get 13 anything in a baker's dozen. Bridgetown is the capital of Barbados. And Stephen King's novel, which takes place in Overlook Hotel, that's The Shining. And Suzanne Collins authored The Hunger Games. What was 3 again? 3 was dark rum and ginger beer. And stands for graphic interchange format. No, there's no 2 points for question 2. A point or half a point each. And now that Patty's had time to text her sister.
No, I've already done it, but I.
Oh, she's already done it. She may not have even got it right. Question. The answer to question 9. The answer to question 9. Joe Exotic, aka Tiger King, was based in Oklahoma.
She got it.
There are 6 Infinity Stones. Yes, I miss my donuts too, because we can't even run it. Well, we could have a special donut day where everybody has to come in for donuts. Yeah, who fancies coming in for donuts? But if I open up the bakery for donut day,
Ooh.
a Friday or a Saturday? Oh, was it? Okay, Friday then. Answer to 8, graphic interchange format. Team MyJack got 7. Half a point for each bit, Sherry. Quest for Burrito 8. Loon Aftermath 6. Smarty Pints 7. Scott's Tots 8. Usual Suspects 10 out of 10. Oh, if only there was a Joker. Nuts and Bolts got 9. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if I could deliver donuts to Vancouver? Yeah, bit far. Ultra Deluxe got 7. Short and Witty got 6. Honey Nut Beerios got 4. Lonsbury Losers got 7. Well done, Jeff, again. See, it's nice having Jeff awake. Nothing Trivial got 9. Thanks to Patty. Noah Ailes got 6.
All right, lovelies. We'll see you soon.
Bye, Patty.
All right, see you.
Love you.
Thanks, Patty. Bye.
Anna got, Dazed and Confused got 10. Is that everybody? Is everybody? Okay. We've had some high scores. So Nothing Trivial and now on 17 points. Nuts and Bolts are on 15. Ultra Deluxe also on 17 points. MyJack are on 11. Smarty Pints are on 12. Lonsbury Losers are on 14. Short and Witty are Scott's Tots are on 14. Honey Nut Beerios 11. 2 joint winners at the moment. We've got Usual Suspects are on 18 and Dazed and Confused are on 18. Loon Aftermath are on 11. Quest for Burrito just 1 point behind on 17, as is Ultra Deluxe. And Noah Ailes on 15. I think you're just saying that, Sherry. I think he's answering all the questions for you this time. So round number 3 is a round on... So question 1 on weather. In Roman mythology, who forged the lightning bolts for Jupiter? So in Roman mythology, who forged the lightning bolts for Jupiter? That would be a good Star Trek question as well, I think. Not that that's a hint. Question number 2. Name 3 of the 5 VW named vehicles which are named after winds or currents. So name 3 of the 5 VW vehicles which are named after winds or currents. Winds, yes.
The winds.
Because this is a weather round, Jill. Yes. Yes, Anna, I'll repeat question 1 again. In Roman mythology, Roman mythology, who forged the lightning bolts for Jupiter? It would also be a Star Trek question. Question number 3. What are the regions called either side of the equator where air pressure is low and winds light to non-existent? So what are the regions called either side of the equator where air pressure is low and the winds are either light or non-existent? Question number 4. What was the name of the fishing boat in the film Perfect Storm? So what was the name of the fishing boat in the film Perfect Storm? Question number 5. Jim and Hilda Blogg are the doomed couple in which tragic film? So Jim and Blogg are the doomed couple in which tragic film? Sort of a Fig Newton question, really, that one.
The Fig Newton?
Yes, a Fig Newton question, that one, yeah. Well, the answer is, anyway. I'll repeat 5 for you. Yes, Mike. Jim and Hilda Blogg are the doomed couple in which tragic film? Question number 6. Captain Robert Fitzroy brought meteorology to the UK in the 90s. He was also captain of which famous biological research ship? So Captain Robert Fitzroy brought meteorology to the UK in the 19th century. He was also captain of which famous biological research ship? Question number 7. Which band sang Crying in the Rain? Or which group sang Crying in the Rain? Question number 8. What scientific name is given to the condensation of atmospheric water that falls under gravity? So what scientific name is given to the condensation of atmospheric water that falls under gravity? Question number 9. In which direction does a katabatic wind blow? So in which direction does a katabatic wind blow? Katabatic is K-A-T-A-B-A-T-I-C. Katabatic. And finally, question 10. What type of cloud is a dense, towering vertical cloud associated with thunderstorms? So what type of cloud is a dense, towering vertical cloud associated with thunderstorms? So I'll give you 30 seconds on that one. Okay, answers to the weather round. As much as the plumbing, Mike. So, answers to the weather round. In Roman mythology, Vulcan forged the lightning bolts for Jupiter. So the name of the 5 VW vehicles that are associated with wind or currents, or named after wind. So it's a Bora, it's Sirocco, it's Passat, it's Jetta, and it's Golf. Because in German, Golf means golf. Yeah, but the math round should have been hard, Bill, but you really enjoyed that one. Question 3, the answers to 3. The region either side of the equator where air pressure is low and the wind's light to non-existent, they're the doldrums. And the fishing boat in the film Perfect Storm, that's a gale. Jim and Hilda Blogg are the Doom couple in When the Wind Blows. 3rd points for 2. No, I'm going to be harsh on that one. I'm only asking you to do 3 of the 5. So no, it's 1 point and that's it. You don't want to write 2/3 and a third and do you, PJ? No. Sorry, Mike. PJ's overruling you, Mike. So it's 1 point or nothing. Captain Robert Fitzroy, he brought meteorology to the UK, but he was also HMS Beagle. And the Everly Brothers sang Crying in the Rain. And the scientific name for condensation of atmospheric water that falls under gravity, that's precipitation. Rain. And a katabatic wind blows down a slope. And the cloud, which is a dense towering vertical cloud associated with thunderstorms, that's a cumulonius. I think it is cumulus. I think.
No, cumulus is fluffy.
Light and fluffy. Light and fluffy. So we'll wait for everybody's scores. My pint of rum and coke is nearly gone.
I can make it.
It's delicious. Ultra Deluxe got 3. Team MyJack got 5. Losers, I think obviously Jeff went to sleep, they only got 3. Short and Witty got 1. Ouch, ouch, Mike. Nuts and Bolts. Bill wasn't as terrible as he thought, he got 6. Loon Aftermath got 6. Usual Suspects, thanks to you, PJ, they got 9. Oh, that's going to bring the scores up again. That's interesting. Dazed and Confused got 4. Scott's Tots got 5. Smarty Pints got 2. Quest for Burrito got 7. Know It Ales got 5. No, I'm going to keep on chirping, Sherry. No, I think Jeff's your man. And Nothing Trivial got 6.
Yes, and
You got that.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Is they haven't sent their scoring yet. No, I think Jeff's the man, Sherry. I think he's, I think you're not giving him the credit he deserves. Honey Nut Cheerios 3.
At least Mike's back.
Well, now the plumbers are finished. Mike's back.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, yeah. Big plumbing job must have been.
What?
Oh, dear. So, Nothing Trivial are on 23. Nuts and Bolts are also on 23. Ultra Deluxe all there, they're on 20. Team MyJack are on 16. Smarty Pints are on 14. Lonsbury Losers are on 17. Short and Witty are on 12. Scott's Tots are on 19. Honey Nut Cheerios 14. Usual Suspects are on 27. Woo. Dazed and Confused are on 22. Loon Aftermath are on 17. And Quest for Burrito are on 24. And Know It Ales are on 20. So at the moment, Usual Suspects are bounding away. They're 4 points, 5 points in front.
Yeah.
5 points in front. No, actually, no, 3 points in front. Quest for Burrito on 24. So Jeff's not only question, but he's now out feeding the squirrels. Look, this guy's awesome. He does everything. Round number 4 is a science fiction round. If If only I could hear people go, "Whoa, whoa, yeah," or go, "Oh, no."
They are cheering me.
You don't think they're cheering?
No.
Oh, okay. So, question 1 on science fiction. Torchwood gram of which sci-fi show? So, Torchwood is a science fiction show, but it's also an anagram of another science fiction show, and they're both on the BBC. That's a huge clue. Question number 2 on science fiction. In which century Star Trek take place? So this is question 2. In which century does Star Trek take place? And I'll repeat question 1 for Mike. Torchwood is an anagram of which sci-fi show? So they're both BBC science fiction shows. Question number 3. Which former Miss USA played the part of Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman! And what was it? The Gold Rope of Truth or something, wasn't it? So which former Miss USA played the part of Wonder Woman? Question 4. So this, you can actually get 2 points on this question because there technically could be 2 answers, but you'd have to be really smart on your science fiction to get the second one. So the question is, which organisation was based on Tracy Island? Organisation was based on Tracy Island. So there are actually 2 answers to that. You can get a point for each. Yeah, thanks Mike. Lasso of Truth, that's the one. They weren't the assets I was thinking of, I must admit, for Wonder Woman, especially Linda Carter. Question number 5. Where would you see the letters and numbers NCC 1701? So here are the letters and numbers NCC 1701. So I'll repeat question 3 for Bill. Which former Miss USA played the part of Wonder Woman? Question number 6. What were people searching for in Waterworld, the film Waterworld? So what were people searching for in the film Waterworld? That was the film with Kevin Costner on the catamaran, if you don't remember. Question number 7. What was the name of George Jetson's dog? So what was the name of George Jetson's dog? Question number 8. Who wrote the first major novel about a war with invading aliens? So who wrote the first major novel about a war with invading aliens? God, these mosquitoes are massive tonight. Question number 9. Which character makes a series of quantum leaps? So which character makes a series of quantum leaps? That was delicious.
Do you want straight up?
Hmm?
Do you want straight up? Or do you want another?
Well, that's like a quadruple rum in my pint of Coke.
Okay.
So I think I've had enough.
No, do you want just straight up?
My God. And finally, question 10. What is futile against the Borg? So what is futile against the Borg? So I'll give you 30 seconds to confer your answers. Okay, answers to science fiction. Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who. So that's if you spell Doctor Who out correctly, in full. It's actually an anagram of Torchwood, which is actually a spin-off series from Doctor Who. And Star Trek takes place in the 23rd century. And Linda Carter was the former Miss USA who played Wonder Woman. And number 4 answers, which organisation was based on Tracy Island? If you got Thunderbirds, yes, you're correct. It was Thunderbirds, but International Rescue, you can get yourself an extra point. And number 5, if you saw NCC 1701, you'd be looking at the Starship Enterprise. In Waterworld, people are searching for dry land. And George Jetson's dog's name was Astro. And the first major novel, Invading Aliens, that was written by H.G. Wells. And the character that's making a series of quantum leaps, that was Sam Beckett. And resistance is futile against the Borg. Any answers need repeating there, or are we all good? We'll sort the nerds out on this round. Yeah. I'd be chief nerd, I think. I love science fiction. Nothing Trivial got 7, very nerdy. Usual Suspects even nerdier, they got 8. Short and Witty, not very nerdy, they only got 4. Smarty Pints, they're quite nerdy, they got 8. Ultra Deluxe, yeah, so, they're 5. Team Myjack, yeah, they're sort of middle of the road nerdy, they got 5 as well. Quest for Burrito, what does that not nerdies,
11?
they got 10. Oh, they didn't get 11 though.
Didn't get 11.
Nuts and Bolts got 8. They're very nerdy. Scott's Tots, not very nerdy at all. They only got 3. Honey Nut Beerios, yeah, middle of the road. Oh dear.
What did
Dazed
they
and Confused, not nerdy at all, but not good for them. They only got 1.
get? You didn't tell me what Honey Nut Beerios.
Honey Nut
got.
Beerios, what did Honey Nut Beerios get?
You said they were nerdy.
Oh, no, they're middle of the road. They got 5.
Oh.
Dazed and Confused, they're not very nerdy, but in the end they didn't do well. They only got 1. Lunar Aftermath, quite nerdy. They got 7. Sherry, Jeff was obviously out feeding the squirrels, so
Obviously.
it didn't no help to them at all. So they only got 4. And
And that was Longberry's Losers?
yes, Sherry, yes, superior nerdiness, yes, but you didn't quite nerdiness because you didn't get 11.
So that was Longberry Losers. Is that Jeff?
Lonsbury Losers, they got 4. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's
Jeff.
Jeff,
Yeah,
Just the girls.
yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
So we have Know It Ills.
No ales. No,
No,
not yet.
no.
So we got no ales. We're just waiting for them to add their score up. Or maybe they've left.
They should have told us.
They were doing all right, weren't they?
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
20.
Maybe I'll just quickly go through again, make sure I haven't missed them out. Come on, Noah Ales. Come on, give us your score. Have you got Scott's Tots there?
Mm-hmm.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe they've run out of fingers.
So I'll leave
Maybe
that.
they've got 11. They've only got 10 fingers. That might be it.
I'll leave them blank.
We'll leave them blank for the moment, and hopefully they come back. Unless they've had the plumbers in.
No, that's Mike.
That's only Mike. Yeah. So nothing trivial. Now on 30 points. Nuts and Bolts, 1 point ahead on 31. Ultra Deluxe 25. Team Myjack 21. Did die. Team Myjack 21. Smarty Pints 22. Longsbury Losers, because Jeff was feeding the squirrels, they only got 21. No, they're still on 21.
Yeah.
Not doing well, they're on 21. Short and Witty 16. Scott's Tots 22. You've just overtaken Longsbury Losers. Honey Nut Beerios 19. Usual Suspects 35. Dazed and Confused 23. Aftermath 24. Quest for Burrito, your height of nerdiness, they got 34. And Noah Ailes, yeah, we don't know where they are.
They're missing.
Yeah, they're missing.
Tell
Missing
Jack
in action.
Not to feed the squirrels.
Let me know when Jeff comes back. Probably on this round. Are we on round number 6 already?
5.
Ooh. And I can't count. Ooh. That was lucky. Round number 5 is a science round. So question 1 on Science and Nature. Which endangered whale has the largest brain in the animal kingdom? So which endangered whale has the largest brain in the animal kingdom? That's right, Sherry. You go and find him. You need. Question number 2. What is another a sea cow? So what's another name for a sea cow? Question number 3. COVID-19 was first discovered in Wuhan. In which Chinese province is Wuhan? So COVID-19 was first discovered in Wuhan. In which province, Chinese province, is Wuhan? I think it's Sherry, you're just saying that. I think Jeff is there all along. He's just not letting him near the keyboard. I think he's giving you all the answers all the time. Question number 4. What does EMP stand for? So what does EMP stand for? Question number 5. Which scientific word, when translated, means disease producer? So which scientific word, when translated, means disease producer? Question number 6. Which scientific word is Latin for amount? So which word is Latin for amount? Question number 7. So this is potentially a 2-point question. So which metal is the main constituent of pewter? And for an extra point, if you can tell me what percentage it is, plus or minus 10%. So which metal is the main constituent of pewter? And for an extra point, if you can tell me within plus or minus 10% how much of a percent it is. Does that? Yes. Question number 8. What is another name for the vitamin B2? So what is another name for the vitamin B2? Pronounced vitamin. Yeah, PJ's sitting there going, no, she knows I'm going to say it. There's no other pronunciation of it. We are speaking English, I think, did we not? Yes, we do. We do speak English. That's quite right. So I'm correct. PJ says no. Question number 9. What instrument allowed Galileo to make his discovery that the craters and mountains? So what instrument allowed Galileo to make his discovery that the moon had craters and mountains? Don't overthink that question. And finally, question 10. Brown boobies, bush tits, ruddy and petrels are all native birds to which continent? Close your mouth, Peter. So, brown boobies, bush tits, yeah, close your mouth, Peter. Ruddy ducks and petrels are all native birds to which continent? So again, give you 30 seconds to confer your answers. Okay, answers to the Science and Nature round. The endangered whale with the largest brain in the animal kingdom is the sperm whale. And another name for a sea cow is a manatee. And is in the Hubei province. So that's Hubei. What kind of booby was that? It was a brown booby, of course. EMP stands for electromagnetic pulse. And the scientific word which translated means disease producer, that's a pathogen. Night owl. And quantum is the scientific word in Latin for quantum. And the main metal in pewter is tin, and if it's actually 91%. So the answer to 3, Anna, was Hubei province, Hubei. And vitamin B2 is also known as riboflavin, ROBOFLAVIN, riboflavin. And the instrument which allowed Galileo to discover that the moon had craters and mountains was the telescope. Brown boobies, bush tits, ruddy ducks and petrels are all native birds to North America. Mostly the US, but... So we'll wait for everybody's answers. Scores, sorry. Ultra Deluxe got 5. Team Myjet got 6. Smarty Pints got 4. 8. Well done, Scott's Tots. Nuts and Bolts got 7. Usual Suspects got 7. So repeating the answer to 1, Sherry, it's a sperm whale has got the largest brain. Lonsbury Losers got 7. Short and Witty got 3. Nothing Trivial got 8. Dazed and Confused got 6. Honey Nut Beerios got 6. Oh, they're getting a bit smug now. Quest for Burrito, they got another 10. Yeah, they didn't get 11 though. They could have had an extra point.
Who are they?
So they're not doing very well if you think about it.
No.
Yeah. Smug but not smug enough. Is that everybody?
Moon Aftermath.
Loon Aftermath, we're just waiting for them.
And know what else?
No else, I think they've
Gone to bed.
gone. Yeah.
And sleeping with Jeff.
So we're just waiting for Loon Aftermath. Six for Loon. Okay, so now we've got Nothing Trivial are on 38. Nuts and Bolts are also on 38. It's getting tight again. Ultra Deluxe are on 30. Team MyJack are on 27. Come on, Team MyJack, you're doing well. Smarty Pints 26. Oh, he's some good scores tonight. Lonsbury Losers, thanks Jeff, well done. You're on 28, buddy. Short and Witty are on 19. Scott's Tots are on 30. Honey Nut Beerios 25. Usual Suspects 42. Days of Confused 29. Loon Aftermath, Quest for Burrito, Height of Smugness 44. And No Ales, yeah, they've missed the last 2 rounds, so they're still on 20. Okay, round number 6. I have no idea where this round came from, so you'll have to excuse me. This round is about shoes. Yeah, I know. Don't ask me where this round came from. Well, actually, it might be the first question. Yeah, anyway, here we go. So, question 1 on shoes. In the film Wizard of... What exactly did Dorothy have to do in order to get back home? So in the film Wizard of Oz, what exactly did Dorothy have to do in order to get back home? Oh no, don't pour it from the barrel. Get yourself a can. The beer taps are off.
There was one thing.
No, no, honestly, don't. Question number 2. The Dutch word for wooden clogs shoes in Holland is also an onomatopoeia word for the sound that they make. The Dutch word for wooden clog shoes in Holland is also an onomatopoeia word for the sound they make. What is it? You do. You've got to chug it. Yeah. PJ's chugging a beer. Are you putting a hole in the end and just chugging it from... No? She's not doing that. Question number 3. How many pairs of... Oh, repeat 2. So I'll repeat 2 again. The Dutch word for wooden clog shoes is also an onomatopoeia word for the sound they make. What is it? So I'll move on to question 3. How many shoes did Imelda Marcos have? Was it 560 pairs of shoes? Was it 1,060 pairs of shoes? 10,060 pairs of shoes? So how many pairs of shoes did Imelda Marcos have? 560, 1,060 or 10,060? Question number 4. What was the name of the character in the James Bond film From Russia with Love who had a stiletto blade in her shoe? So what was the name in the James Bond film From Russia with Love who had a stiletto blade in her shoe? Question number 5. I'm sure this is probably a politically incorrect word now. I'm sure one of you will be able to tell me what the real words I should be using, but so excuse me. So question 5. What are Eskimo boots called? So what are Eskimo boots called? Oops, just noticed something. This is actually only an in-question round. I was rushing a little bit on this one, so you'll have to excuse me. We'll do the question anyway. It will be question 7, by the way. I got completely wrong. So we're moving on to question 6. Complete the before you abuse, criticise and accuse, then finish the rest of the line. So complete the following line: abuse, criticise and accuse, then complete the rest of the line. Question number 7. So basically what I've done here is I've used the sports round from 2 weeks ago and overwritten it, but I haven't overwritten question 7. So if you were listening to last week and you remember that question 7, you get a free point. So this has got nothing to do with shoes, although both players wore shoes. Okay, so the question is, who has won more Grand Slam titles, Serena Williams or Roger Federer? It's a free point. I bet Jeff knows it.
Jeff's
Always he was asleep. He was feeding the squirrels.
probably sleeping.
Sleeping?
Feeding the squirrels. Yeah.
Call him Squirrel Nutkin from now on. So that's your free point, basically, as long as you remember what the answer was from last week. Question number 8, 9 and 10 are all music shoe related questions. So question 8, who released the song Goody Two Shoes? So who released the song Goody Two Shoes? Question number 9. Who released the song These Boots Are Made for Walking? I bet you were there, weren't you, PJ? When it came out. So the song These Boots Are Made for Walking. Very famous dad. No, Anna, if you know me, I would never, ever, 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 ever be heard singing. Unless it's in a car and I think I'm on my own. Hmm? No, she wants me to sing it.
I know,
Yeah.
but you won't.
And finally, question 10. Who released the song Boots of Spanish Leather? So, who released the song Boots of Spanish Leather? So I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, so answers to the shoe round. In the film Wizard of Oz, in order for Dorothy to get home, so I'm going to make this, I'll repeat 8. Hang on, Sherry. Is Jeff back now? So 8. Who released the song Goody Two Shoes? I've forgotten, yeah, that's actually right, isn't it? Jeff's the musician. Because he would have been good at the Queen round last week if he wasn't asleep. So I'll give the answers again. I'll give the answer. Actually, I didn't even think I gave the answer to one yet. So in the Wizard of Oz, in order for Dorothy to get home, she. So this is. I think I'm going to make this a 2-point question. So if you got, she had to click her shoe heels 3 times. You get a point for that. But and repeat the line. There's no place like home. You can get an extra point for that. So she had to click her heels 3 times for a point. And if you she had to say there's no place like home, you get an extra point. The Dutch word for wooden clogs is klompen. K-L-O-M-P-E-N, klompen. And Imelda Marcos had 1,060 pairs of shoes. And the villain in Russia with Love, who had the stiletto blade in her shoe, that was Rosa Klebb. And Eskimo boots are called mukluks. And completing the line, before your size and accuse, then walk a mile in my shoes. And who's won more Grand Slams titles, Serena Williams or Roger Federer? That's Serena Williams. And Adamant released Goody Two Shoes. And Nancy Sinatra released These Boots Are Made for Walking. And finally, Boots of Spanish Leather, sung by Bob Dylan. Repeat 3. 1,060 pairs of shoes, Bill. Bob? That's because I've been talking to PJ, apparently, who always calls Bill Bob. That's your fault. Usual suspects, 10. But I think she means Dazed and Confused. Got 7. Team Myjack got 7. Nuts and Bolts got 9. Short and Witty, obviously not your round, Mike, got 2. Lonsbury Losers got 7. Smarty Pints got 7. Loon Aftermath got 7. Scott's Tots got 6. Nothing Trivial got. Are we waiting for Honey Nut Beerios again?
And Ultra Deluxe.
And Ultra Deluxe.
And Quest for Root.
And Quest for all 3 we're waiting for. Honey Nut Beerios 5. Mike Cowell, Mr. Plumber, doesn't believe in shoes. So that's why he only got a poultry. I've forgotten what he got, Mike. What did he get? Oh, 2. Yes. Did I say that again?
What?
Imelda's was 1,060 pairs of shoes, Sherry. Ultra Deluxe got 7. So were we just waiting for Jeff to give us the answer to?
Quest for burrito.
Oh, Quest for Burrito.
Jeff and Mike are gonna have to make special appearances.
I think they will. Yeah. Quest for Burrito 9.
Ooh.
Oh. They're going for it this week.
Oh. Ooh.
We could have 2 teams on two wins each.
No.
At this rate. Could be. So nothing trivial are on 47. Bolts are also on 47. Ultra Deluxe on 37. Team MyJack are on 34. Smarty Pints are on 33. Lonsbury Losers are on 35. Short and Witty are on 21. Scott's Tots 36. Honey Nut Beerios 30. Usual Suspects 52. Dazed and Confused 36. Luna Aftermath 7. Quest for Burrito 1 point ahead, are on 53. It's going to be tight at the top. And No It Ails disappeared, so they're still on 20. So, your last round, which is a double point round, so you get 2 when you answer correctly. So this is a history round, but it's a specific history round. It's on the Vietnam War. Again, I don't know where this came from, but there you go.
We need Billy.
You need Billy. Yeah, he'd be really good at this round. He would. Yeah. Where is Billy? I haven't even got his picture out. It would have been really nice for him to be out. Too buggy, he wouldn't have
We
liked
should
it.
have him out every night though.
Jane says we have. So Sherry says they should have 38.
And who is Sherry? Longberry Losers? They should have 38.
Yes.
28 plus 7 is 35.
Yeah, 28 plus 7
Seven.
is 35. Oh dear, Mike. Mike's going to estimate 0 out of 20 for the last round. Here we go, Mike. See how you do. You never know. Yeah, we know the US lost, Bill. Well, it knows it was a strategic withdrawal. Isn't that what they said? I think they did.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah. Anyway, question 1 on the Vietnam War. In what year did the Vietnam War end? Oh, go on. You can have an extra point if you can tell me the day and the day of the month. Yeah, why not?
What the fuck?
So it's in. Yeah, you could. So it's a 22-point round if you can get the answers right. So in what year did the Vietnam War end? And if you can get an extra point if you can tell me the month and the date. The exact date it ended. So Sherry's. I'll just quickly stop the questions because Sherry's on. Yeah, you want to rant, Sherry?
All right, what did she say?
She says she got 7 in the first round,
Yes, she
7 in the second round,
Yes.
3 in the third,
did. Yes.
7 in the fourth.
7 in the fourth. I had them down as 4, so that's
Oh,
the
she
other
got.
3.
Oh, okay. So PJ got you down as 4 in the fourth round, not 7.
Yeah, well,
Or another team will scroll up the list and just double check, Sherry.
that's okay. I gave it to her.
Okay, we'll get back to the Vietnam War now. So question 2. Which US senator who served in Vietnam, who was shot down, seriously injured and tortured by the North Vietnam... Sorry, that really didn't answer well. So which US senator who served in Vietnam, who was shot down, injured and then tortured by the North Vietnamese for 5 years? Name him. I think my typing's bad. Number 3. What was the nickname for the Ho Lo prison? I'm gonna spell it. Was the nickname for the Ho Lo prison? I have no idea how you pronounce it. So it's HOA and then LO. So is it Howlo? I have no idea. It's getting really buggy here. The massive.
Not me.
No,
They like you.
no, they love me. Question number 4. Which Oscar-winning director served with the 25th Infantry during his 15-month tour of duty? So which Oscar-winning director served with the 25th Infantry during his 15-month tour of duty? It's very apt, that question. Knowing the director. Yes, so question 1 again. In what year did the and what month and date
for a bonus of 1.
for a bonus point? So it was the official end date, if that makes sense. Question number 5. Name the American defoliation chemical used in Operation Rich Hand. Okay, so I repeat question 1 again because apparently I cut out. So in what year did the Vietnam War end? And for an extra point, give me the date that it ended. Question number 6. Name the battle in May 1969 to capture the heavily fortified hill, which is called Hill number 937. So name which was fought in May 1969 to capture the heavily fortified hill number 937. Question number 7. Name the... Oh, I'll repeat 5 again before I move on. So repeating question 5 again. Name the American defoliation chemical used in Operation Rich Hand. So now we'll move on to question 7. Name the Viet Cong supply chain that ran from North Vietnam to South Vietnam through Laos and Cambodia. Question number 8. A brush.
Swatter.
It's a swatter. It's a paintbrush.
Words.
PJ's handing me a paintbrush for some reason. She thinks it might help. So question 8. What man's name was used by the US soldiers to refer to Viet Cong soldiers? So what man's name was used by US soldiers to refer to Viet Cong soldier? And I'll repeat 7 again. So question 7, name the Viet Cong supply chain that ran through North Vietnam to South Vietnam through Laos and Cambodia. Question number 9. The fall of which city brought the end to the war? So the fall of which city brought the end to the war? Or the strategic retreat, as the Americans call it. And finally, question 10. Operation Frequent Wind was the largest evacuation in history using what? So Operation Frequent Wind was the largest evacuation in history using what? Clarify 1, when the US pulled out or when war ended. I have to say, Bill, I thought it was the same from the history book I was reading. So it was the fall of which, from what I was told, was the end of the war. Does that clarify for you? Okay, give me another 30 seconds. Thank you, Mary Lou. It's not much use tonight though, I'm just getting eaten alive, but I'm saving PJ, that's the main thing. They're eating me, not PJ. Okay, answers to the history round of Vietnam War. So the war ended in Vietnam in 1975, and for an extra point if you got April the 30th. The US Senator who served on McCain, who passed away last year. Shame on you, Trump, for ridiculing a war veteran. And the nickname for the Ho Lau prison was Hanoi Hilton. And the Oscar-winning director who served in the 25th Infantry was Oliver Stone. The American Agent Orange. And the battle fought in May 1969, that was Battle for Hamburger Hill. And the Viet Cong supply chain was the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And Charlie was the nickname for Viet Cong soldiers. And the fall of Saigon brought the end to the war. And helicopters were used, the largest evacuation in history, after the fall of Saigon. It's quite good that we're not here, so I can hear anybody going protesting. But I got it wrong, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
You're always right now, man.
I'm always right. Has Jeff gone to bed again? Lonsbury losers. Do you mean 2 out of 10? 2 out of 20? Sherry? I'm guessing you do.
They got 2?
Lonsbury losers got 2, I'm going to give them. Nuts and Bolts got 20. Ooh, that's going to be
a game
harsh.
changer.
They didn't get 22 though. Short and Witty got 4. Nothing Trivial got 16. Uh-oh. Usual Suspects 22. Oh, I think that's done it. Team MyJack 18. Good score for them as well. Quest for Burrito, not so nerdy. They got 18. It's quite a good score, but it's not quite 22, is it?
Still nerdy, but they don't know about the war.
So Eve, 14 out of 20. What team are you with? Dazed and Confused got 14. Honey Nut Beerios 14. Will we accept Ho Chi Minh City? Because wasn't it renamed that? No, it was Saigon. Lunar Aftermath 2. Smarty Pints 14. Yeah, Sherry. Laurel's just telling you that their team. I think is that safer? Politically
Yes.
correct.
No, that's fine.
Slightly
That's
slightly
fine.
older
Slightly
generation.
older.
Slightly older generation. Yes. Scott's Tots 10. Are we there?
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh yes, mosquitoes are definitely nibbling me.
Ultra Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe is what we're missing. That's probably Eve, I would imagine. 14 out of 20, I'm guessing. There is. Once this is all over, you should start coming to pub quiz, and then you can meet them in person. They always
Us.
Yeah.
Suspects.
Usual Suspects always sit at the bar. Ultra Deluxe got 10. So are we there, PJ?
We are. We have a winner!
We have, oh dear, really? 3 weeks? Oh dear. So Nothing Trivial got 63 points. Nuts and Bolts 67. Ultra Deluxe 47. Team MyJack 52. Smarty Pints 47. Longsbury Losers, I think because Jeff went to bed again, got 40. Short and Witty got 25. Scott's Tots 46. Usual Suspects 74 points. Oh, I think they just crushed it at the end. Dazed and Confused 50. Lunar Aftermath 39. Quest for Burrito, Gallant Place 71 points.
Yeah.
And Know It Ales, that's left. They're still on 20. Anyway, thank you guys. I will post all the scores up tomorrow. Usual Suspects are cheating. Please. Please. Oh, there's no such thing as a pub quiz at the Canoe and Paddle.
We're slightly older. We know.
Slightly older. You just know more. You've got bigger brains.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know more bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll publish the scores on Facebook tomorrow morning, and hopefully see you all next week. And someone kick what's that team that
The
disappeared?
suspect's ass.
No, Noah Ailes, who disappeared 4 rounds in. Come on, guys, don't do that. Anyway, we will see you next week, guys. Have a great night. Oh yeah, you can buy me around anytime you like, Mark.